Meanwhile, the 9-month-long civil war over Tripoli in Libya, waged by military commander General Khalifa Haftar, may yet come to an end. That is if General Haftar and Fayez al-Sarraj, the head of the UN-backed elected government in Libya, come out in agreement in the upcoming talks being hosted by Germany on Sunday. At the moment, General Haftar has agreed to stick to a ceasefire in Libya and a planned arms embargo ahead of the summit in Berlin. This after Germany's Foreign Minister Heiko Maas made a visit to the city of Benghazi, Haftar's stronghold, and managed to convince the renegade general of the self-styled Libyan National Army to cease hostilities, at least till the talks are done. Maas's trip to Benghazi came 2 days after Libya's rival leaders left Moscow without reaching an agreement.
I think we have moved a lot closer to this in the past few days. I welcome the fact that both sides in Libya have agreed to a ceasefire. It is somewhat fragile, but it is still significantly more effective than anything we have seen in the ceasefire agreements so far.
Ahead of the talks in Berlin, General Haftar arrived in Athens late last night. He will also be speaking to Greece's Prime Minister Kyriakos Mitsotakis. The waters of Crete are under risk of takeover. That's what the Greeks are concerned about. A pact with Turkey and the Tripoli government in Libya seeks to map out a maritime boundary that skims its coast. Glossing over Greek sea rights, Greece has threatened to block any European peace deal on Libya unless Tripoli and Turkey scrap their maritime agreement. Russia's President Vladimir Putin, Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan, US Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, and other European leaders are all going to attend the crucial conference in Germany. Should the conference be a success, it would bring together Libyan rival camps and the foreign powers that support them to end the war over Tripoli and resume talks on a power-sharing deal. Germany's Chancellor Angela Merkel welcomed the move and said that the conference aimed to get parties to honor a weapons embargo.
Unser Außenminister hat heute den General Haftar getroffen und es ist, glaube ich, erstmal eine gute Botschaft, dass er bereit ist, sich weiter an die Waffenruhe zu halten. Das ist ja die Voraussetzung. Und wir müssen vor allen Dingen dann bei der Libyen-Konferenz auch sehen, dass auch das Waffenembargo wieder eingehalten wird, was ja im Grunde UN-mäßig vereinbart ist, aber leider nicht so eingehalten wurde. Und jetzt, glaube ich, ist sozusagen dieses Bekenntnis eine gute Nachricht.
Since veteran dictator Muammar Gaddafi was toppled in a 2011 uprising, Libya has been fractured and deeply unstable, with outside powers providing support to rival armed factions. Turkey, primarily among other United Nations members, backs Fayez al-Sarraj's government of national accord, while General Khalifa Haftar, whose forces control much of Libya's east and south, has received support from Egypt, the United Arab Emirates, Jordan, and Russian mercenaries.